Yo, it's Richie Rich from the 415, and I'm giving a shout to my people at Off the Cuff Radio, the best show out on Friday nights. Keep knocking these busters' heads off, you feel me?
Hey yo, this Fleetwood from the Cotton Pickers, and right now you're tuned in to Off the Cuff Radio, feel me?
Hey, this is Anais Lauren giving a shout out to Eric King the Ruler, OTG, and the whole Guild team.
Hey, it's your Coco Filipina from NC Rap Scene and Turnt Tuesday. And I'm giving a big shout out to King Eric, Miss Chinchilla, Sandman, off of Off the Cuff Radio. You are now tuned in.
Coney? It's Coney Brooks, the King of New York, and I want to give a shout out to Off the Cuff Radio, the Gain Team, and Da Vinci Clothing for the love and support. Let's kill them in 2018, you heard?
Yo, what's good with it? This your boy Big Prodigy from the South Central Cartel. I'm just kicking back, chilling, listening to my homeboys on Off the Cuff Radio. Turn that shit up.
Yeah, say Grim. Me too. Yeah, let's go. Slipping down the willow, getting money as I go. So hard like the damn soul glow. Hustle hard all around the H-time. Now it's cliche, sitting fat down inside. The city where I'm from, they keep the diamonds in their mind. Take the little mama, see we all by the ride. I'm a good daddy, throw your hood in the air. If you own the paper chase, rep this here. We get money, so we all have fun. Been a hood celebrity since I was young. Got the black parties off the chain in the hood. From the north to the south, together understood. One hood, one city, that's how we win. Hating and flexing ain't gon' get us all in. So I'ma hold it down and win for the eight. Leave a trail in the States while they read my place. Doesn't matter what they say. No, no. Get this money that belong to me. Gon' stay on the grind. Keep my head up, keep on moving. Keep my head up regardless, baby. I'm gonna win, yeah. I'm gonna win. Say, hey, put your money where your mouth is. Do you know where the South is? Say, I can what the route is. All days for my bosses. Say, it doesn't matter what they say, I'm getting this money, man. I'm looking good and my head is to the ceiling, man. Clasyfyd Lady, yeah, you know the name. When it for all of my fallen soldiers that was in the game. Screwed up in the deck, you gotta pay respect. Screw to the originator, and that's a fact. If you got love for the H, then we gon' throw it back. Southside still hold land, believe that. No matter what they say, what they say, yeah. Get this money that belong to me. Get this money that belong to me. Keep my head up, keep on moving. Keep my head up and keep on moving. I'm gonna win, yeah. I'm gonna win, yeah.
No matter what they say, I'm still gonna win. Still coming down like Patty Blunt in the bin. Still reppin' Screwed Up Click and we set the trends. Turning one into two like them bubble twins. Got the double bag and I keep it full of ends. Heard them boys hating on me, yeah, there's many men. One shot from the Glock, put them in the spin. Still rap behind the balls like I'm in the pen. But I done hooked her with that Grim and that Cliche. I pull up in a Porsche and she in the race. Got them Girl Scout cookies like we in the base. Got them pass up on these haters cause they in the waist.
No matter what they say, it doesn't matter what they say. Get this money that belong to me. Get this money that belong to me. Keep my head up, keep on moving. Gotta keep my head up and keep on moving. I'm gonna win, yeah. I'm gonna win, yeah.
Yeah. See, I remember back then, talking way back when. Yes, you know, was in the Lexus, Corey Blunt was in the beans, me and all my friends. Chipping in 3 for 10, now for my bones gone. Yeah, the sipping just again, banging pop. Sipping in with a bottle of gin. Bumping, wanna be a
funny. Come on with prophecies and it's classified honey. It's all about the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Come on with prophecies and it's classified honey. How we gon' do this? Maybe I just present this after line. Shit, with a twist of these classy vocals in this. Prophecies on my team, Rockets and Les. They put it down for this dream. That's all I need to impress the team. They all wanna knock me for being who I be, but I still show love to the hoes who's jealous and that can't stand me. Acknowledging those who's down from the jump. Until my girl can't believe the typhoon who we was known for tagging stunt. How about a blunt to sustain my mind? Wanna catch a full line on my rhymes, cause he wanna shine, man. It been a crooked world before we entered up in it. That's why I chose this afterlife to dismiss it. A little more with a nice Rolex, with a couple of carrots. Gotta have it, goddamn it, wanna live lavish too. Prophecy crew, let them know how it goes.
I can lead the block and leave the whole world shocked with infrared dots instead of bleacher brain dot. Hip hop and R&B, I can rip the MIC. I can just flow or I can just sing. Gotta shine, gotta gleam. When on the mission for players scream, come take a ride with prophecy and this classified thing. As we swing, it makes stacks instantly, but be cautiously. Haters talk down and throw this sword at me. Till I get past the area, hit niggas up quick like a pit bull terrier. Cause in the land of milk and honey, ain't a damn thing funny. Come roll with prophecy and it's classified honey. It's all about the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Come roll with prophecy and it's classified honey. It's all about the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Come roll with prophecy and it's classified honey. It's all about the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Come roll with prophecy and it's classified honey. About the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Come on with prophecies and it's classified.
My money is a must, cause my paper's looking low. Hard times, mean crime, time to make my green broke. Thinking about making the candy dance. Hard tricks in the pants, now these hoes on the glance. Showing that ass when they dance, I wanna advance to bigger and better things in life. No more second the dice, my every move is planned to be precise. On $1 million dash, all about stacking my cash. Driven by the will to survive. Nowadays, it's easy to begin to get crossing the land where demons lie. Mysterious wisdom caught my attention, keep your mind on war. Always strive for more, times are worse than before. I trust nothing but the chosen ones to come equipped with loaded guns. And you claim to ride with this afterlife, chasing the stars till we reach our paradise.
Obstacle type, ferocious attack style, inspired. Padded paws with retractable claws. We back on your balls. Your insurance claim deductible clause. I momentarily pause to lick your blood from my jaws. Niggas test me and fall like cold Zebras. Pull nice heights for more ice than Ebenezer. Nappy-headed flame spitting 9mm Uzi squeezer. An intricate mind teaser. Blow up your speakers with heat seeker. Slang, pain be immense. Rhyme geezer, smoke sneezer. Lyrically intense, verbal reader with repeater shots. That's a lethal, weaker rhymer species. Rough niggas drop they feces when I'm posing. Visuals golden, intellectual status I'm holding. More perpetual pressure than Atlas. In fact, this nigga may spark ya. With darker styles, more agile than Peter Parker, the lyric author. Do they really wanna fuck with us? Do they really wanna bust rhymes with us? Do they really wanna fuck with us? Do they really wanna bust rhymes with us? Really wanna fuck with us? Do they really wanna bust rhymes with us? Do they really wanna fuck with us? Do they really wanna bust rhymes with us? It's all about the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Come on with prophecies, and it's classified honey. It's all about the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Come on with prophecies, and it's classified honey. It's all about the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Come on with prophecies, and it's classified honey. About the money and the damn thing funny. Come on with prophecies and it's classified honey. It's all about the money.
Ain't a damn thing funny.
What it do, y'all? This your boy King Eric the Great, a.k.a. King Daffy Joe, and you're now tuned in at a very special episode of Off the Cuff Radio this Sunday night. And we have a special guest tonight. It's been a while since she's been on. This woman has been putting it down for the Texas rap scene for the past 20 summers, longer in rap years. She's here to not only celebrate the 20th anniversary of her debut album, Clasyfyd Lady, but to let us know what she's doing lately. Let's all welcome Miss Houston herself, Clasyfyd to the show, y'all. Put some respect on it.
What's up with it?
Let's go. I mean, we got to get that round of applause right here. Nah, we do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
20 years in the making. Put some respect on it.
I'll take that. Thank you very much. Honored.
We roll out here on Off the Cuff Radio.
Thank you guys for this clapping response. Thank you so much.
We'll make sure the sound is okay. Make sure everything is rolling okay. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the show. It's been a long time.
Yes, indeed. But we back in effect.
We back in full effect. And if anybody want to call the show, the number is 161-994-0703. If you want to give a shout out or you want to chop it up with us. And I'm going to let it be known, if you're going to call them freestyle, you better be on top of your game. Because if you come in and you trash, Cliche going to let you know off the bat. So y'all better bring your A game.
Yeah, they going to have to come on with it. That's what I'm talking about, because the industry tripping right now.
I'll tell you, we ain't got time for that. But nevertheless, what's going on with you? How have you been doing?
I've been doing very well. I'm in a good place in life right now. Thank God. You know, growing up, maturing, and things are advancing on my end. Just thankful for where I'm at mentally right now and able to put all that into my music. So it's been good.
That's what's up. So what you been up to since the last show? What kind of moves you been making to keep the masses going? Because a lot been happening in 2 years.
Oh, it's been 2 years? Oh, my God. It's been a lot to say within the last 2 years. We just today, with my organization I'm a part of, is Artists Respecting Community, we went out and honored the OG Wicked Cricket with a balloon release. And it's been 3 years since he's been gone. So when you say the last 2 years, you know, we've just been fighting this street battle with how this government's been turned so upside down, you know, utilizing our platform of hip-hop and to help building up our community. That's what I've been doing the past 4 years, actually. But, yeah, definitely the last 2.
And I'd like to build off that. Like, let's talk about that community work first and foremost, because I could tell you guys from you, K Rino, and all them guys from the SPC be regularly doing community work. Like, what kind of programs y'all got running?
Right. There are many that we are attached to, but like I just stated, the ARC is Artists Respecting Community is what we started back with Brother Abdul Halim Muhammad, that brought all of the Houston hip-hop artists together to help organize us so we can start building for self, you know, and helping one another and collaborating our resources. So we feed the homeless. We come together to, you know, go into the schools and mentor, speak to the students, the kids. We stand in between the gang violence, man. It'd be crazy. You know, we witnessed a lot of tragedies, you know what I mean, in situations. And, you know, you have to do it with no fear, you know, because if you're coming in with fear, you know, they can smell that and they ain't believing, they ain't trusting nothing you talking about, and you can't save them, you know. So we got to go in with a mindset like, man, I'm a woman, so to me it's like we got to go save our babies, you know. So with that in mind, it ain't no fear to a mother, you know, when it comes to a child. So I look at all these children out here like my baby, and then that could be my baby. My baby got to grow up in this world like that. So, you know, I feel like music, since it's been created, always been an exemplification of what's happening around us. So looking at the industry and the government taking our hip-hop and putting out certain artists that's putting out music that is not relevant to what is happening around us, but creating a falsehood of what to do to say what's happening, if you know what I mean. If I'm rapping songs talking about drinking, smoking, you know, dude with a dude, girl with a girl, that's what I'm doing. That's not the reality, but it is the reality because that's what people are doing. If you understand what I'm saying, it's not the way we're supposed to be living, but that's the way they gave you a facade to look through that glass to say this is how you're supposed to be living. But the real, on this end, we fight against that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not to mention that you also have, that's why I sense a strong urgency of unity amongst H-Town artists these days now, because we can go track back to the Hurricane, Harvey, and I want to ask about how y'all guys holding up from that, because it's been a year later since then.
I can say for myself, because I was a part of a major flood area where water was up to my neck, and I had my babies on floats out here. You know, during Hurricane Harvey, I was in the back of 18-wheelers with my kids. It was real out here. So when I say majority of everyone was affected, it didn't matter whether you had money or you were poor staying in the tents out there, everyone was affected. And to say that myself and my situation, I'm recovered, I'm good, you know what I mean? Actually, my dad got my transportation was totally underwater, but he got it back running. But to say I still had that vehicle and another one now, thank God, you know, and that nobody's in my family have lost their lives, but there were others that have lost their lives, lost their homes, that are still trying to recoup from Hurricane Harvey. So, you know, it's people out there that's homeless because they lost their homes in that storm, and Red Cross and FEMA and in the government system is not helping everybody.
So it's still a situation where they're just pretty much just dragging their feet.
Oh, it's still a situation. It's definitely, you know, but that's the condition that they love to keep us in, where we have to keep begging them and needing them as the government. That's why we have to implement do for self, and that's what we're building and creating the foundation of with ARC, with Artists Respecting Community.
And believe it or not, that do for self philosophy is actually an implement that a lot of coasts have taken. But it originally, believe it or not, originally started in Texas because you guys had no big outlets to get y'all music out there. So y'all just had to open up shop and sling it out the back of y'all trucks to get it heard. There was no Sony or no Def Jam or you literally had to hit the clubs, Dolo. You had to literally hit the barbershop, the nail salon. There was no doors where you could knock in and go to Sony like, hey, please listen to my demo. No demo like it is out here.
Right. So where are you located in Raleigh, North Carolina?
Oh yeah, Raleigh, North Carolina. I mean, it's getting better.
Raleigh.
But a lot of people, we're still attached to the East Coast, to where people still got to go to New York to get deals.
Right, you're closer. So I just want to say, like, this being, and you brought it to my attention as my 20th year anniversary to my debut album, Clasyfyd Lady.
Yes, indeed. Salute to that.
20 years. Yeah, I haven't realized that 20 years passed by that fast, you know? But all we knew was how to do the groundwork. And I'm glad that we had a piece of that, because you lose when you don't know the groundwork and then you depend on their system once again to accumulate money in a way for you. You know what I mean? So I'm glad we have that.
Right.
But yes, we do have to relearn as well the new method of streaming airplay, the new method of, you know, getting our music to pay us through the digital system. So we have to learn that, because I can go out there and I can sell, you know, 1,000 CDs out my trunk in a weekend, you know, myself. You know, at $10 per CD, that's how it was back in the game. So you add that up. You know what I mean? So we was making that money ourselves, because, I mean, I got to give a shout-out to Showtime, because that's who introduced me to the street grind of the music. When I went out with him, I watched what he did, how he did it, and I followed those footsteps and ran with it, and I was out the trunk selling with it. You know, I did that because a lot of people didn't know who Cliche was as far as my visual of seeing me. So I wanted to kind of touch my people directly myself. And trust me, it makes a difference, because once the artist meets I mean, once a fan meets that artist that they listen to their music, they never forget that person, and they really a fan for life because now they feel it was personal because I really met this person. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like where we are right now with music, there are definitely more opportunities to make more money for us, but I'm glad I got the back end of the know how to do it yourself part and learning the part of this digital lane with it too, you know.
Yeah, because the digital lane, everything in life has its pros and cons. And with the digital lane, with the pro that I see in it is you could just press up a single and just shoot it online, and you don't have to worry about recouping or the cost or any of the expenses. Versus you shooting up like 2,000 CDs, you only selling about 20.
To me, it helps because the way the world is today, I don't choose to be out in clubs every night performing. Right. I have children. I have, you know, a life that I choose to keep, and it's dangerous out there. So it's selective shows that I choose to do. You know, it has first of all, what's the meaning and why I'm doing it. And that's the way you can get cliche there. What is your purpose of why we're doing this event? And you can get cliche there. And for two, if your family, like my STC or my ARC family, you know, those are no-brainers that I'll be performing. But if I'm able to sit at home and make great music, because there's music always mentors and helps someone or tells this story that soothes the mindset. So music going to be around forever. And if I can sit here and make good music that somebody just want to listen to, and they got their phone or their computer and they can just download it, that's a better world for us. You know, as artists that don't want to be in the midst of coming up and being in a club late night, you know, because you got to do that grind work before, you know, you got to go in the clubs. Right. You got to be in there, you know. But you don't. Right. You know, that's just the thing. You got to be in there, but you don't. Not today. You know what I mean? Today you don't have to.
Right. You could just shoot your video up on YouTube and be a star in your kitchen, just doing karaoke.
Yeah, just like that, you know. And to me, it's sad to say that the mediocreness and the craziness and the simplicity of the mind kind of blossoms a lot faster and more. Hold on one second, I'm sorry.
She'll be back shortly. This is Cliche on the phone. Call number is 1-619-924-0703. This is King Eric the Great right here with you live. If y'all have any freestyles, y'all have any bars for us, a drop, whatever you want, man, just come in and build with us. The call number's right here. We got Cliche on the line. Miss Houston, what's up?
Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I got kids, so I got to get them ready for school.
Hey, so, it's all good. The youngest we gotta feed the babies too, man. The babies gotta listen to what we talking about too, you know.
That's right. We gotta teach them with that, and that's another thing. You know, we're setting in place this artist respecting community with the organization that I work with, that I'm on the board of, is a bridge the gap for the young school. I want to say the new school and the old school. I can't say young school because some of the new school are in their 30s. They're grown, but new school and the old school, by bridging that gap, you know, that they were trying to create a separation line and division line right there. When, you know, I've always said, where can you go where you don't respect your history? So we're setting up that where we can find a common ground here in Houston, you know what I mean, to bring our artists together so we can talk. Because, you know, we can get on social media all day long and talk about how our opinions and how we feel, or we don't like this person, he ain't no OG, or F you OG and you ain't no OG, and or say little young, you don't know nothing. They doing it all day long. I'm seeing it. We can do that all day long. But men, you can sit down, and women, we can sit down and we can talk instead of differences face to face. And I'm putting this seminar together as ARC. We're putting this seminar together. Me, K Rino, and all of us, the artist respecting community. And we want to sit the new school and the old school artists down together so we can listen to each side, what the problem is, and come up with a common ground, so we can realize that we were really mistaking each other. You know what I mean? If there were differences.
Right.
Because we can do a lot more. We could do a lot more together than we could do separately. So when we allow the enemy to create a platform to make the youngsters think that he owned because that's the only music that they're displaying and they don't want to display any other type of music, when they can, they want to look up to the old school, but if you making them think that they don't have to go back on their history, they out here running reckless because they have no guidance in it. So, there's rules to follow in everything. But if you're running with no rules, you have a mess. And that's what we have out here in this world. That's what we have in our White House. That's what we have in conversation regularly. You know what I mean? So amongst our people, once again, our people, our little black and brown people, we need to sit down and talk. And we need to find some mutual and common ground for those that's willing to listen and those that's willing to give game.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought up the type of unity in the H-Town because I see that you trying to create that bridge to bring everybody together. And what we also realize is that with the way the media is now, that beef is pretty much profitable these days. Just like you mentioned.
Right.
You could go ahead and diss somebody on Instagram, and that thing will go at least 30 to 40K hits within an hour.
Right.
And I want to, and then on this show, I wanted to just address this because we have so many media personalities that are out there, and they want to distort the truth of views. But did you ever settle your differences with Trae the Truth?
We've never sat down. He never. I never started the issue, so I shouldn't be the one that have to make the initiative to settle a difference because I didn't have a difference in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But I want to say he's never came to me and we talked about anything. Never. But he has made gestures that, I'm cool. How you doing? He's in a parade. He makes specifically that he give my kids something that he was throwing out, make sure that they got it. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Right.
So gestures were made that, he's past it or there's not no clicks right there. You know what I mean? But we never sat down and we never talked, and we have not had a conversation since, the drama. So we have not talked personally. No, we just kind of leave it right there and, I'm past it. I guess he's past it. I don't know because we haven't talked. You know what I mean? But,
right.
I'm definitely in a different place in life. So, I just pray, he got his mind right and he can move on, hey. But I will say if he's doing, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if he's doing something positive in the cause for cliche, there was one point that you couldn't get me to do nothing with that involved Trae. You know what I mean? So, but today, if he's doing something for the community and is calling for the artist, I would not show up. You know what I mean? I'll still be there. And I will help because it's bigger than him. You know what I'm saying?
That's the type of code that we need in the community because who knows, with your parents, they may be withholding information that the babies may need because it's like you said, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than you. It's about bringing up the future youth. You know what I mean?
That's right. Right. If we set an example for division, our kids are growing up only knowing division, so they would never know how to come together and work together to even build for their own kind. If you know what I mean, I'm talking about the black race, the brown race. You know what I mean? We don't have a spokesperson for the black people. We're the only people that don't know who we are. You understand? You got other races, you got other cultures, you got other ethnic groups that they know where they came from and they know their history. So they live by their rules of saying, hey, you can't marry outside of the race. That's because they kept things within their culture with what they believe for their people. We're the only people, when I say don't have a spokesperson for who we are, because we love everybody. We accept everybody's culture. We accept everybody's way of life except our own. You know? And that have us so mentally misplaced. You know what I'm saying? But I think because we have digital land now, some of us are getting it. You know what I mean? But there's still a whole lot more to go.
And we always got to figure out, like, if you go back in the hip-hop, that we always had taken cultural pride into who we are, because we had those records from back in the day, like Public Enemy, Fight the Power. You had Ice Cube, America Most Wanted. Somewhere along the way, we just lost that militancy somehow. Now, do you think it's like commerce? Once hip-hop started becoming more commerce, mainstream driven, you think that's where the tide of the shift just started turning?
Well, definitely, because they have control. When I say they, the government has control of the media that you listen to and the media that you watch. So everything that we listen to and everything we watch creates a culture and a way of life that creates the way society reacts and acts. So they control that. So you remember back in the days, I'm an 80s baby. So when I was coming up, things that was on the radio was like Keith Sweat and songs where guys were encouraged to have one girlfriend and love her, like LL Cool J, you know what I mean? And songs like on the hip-hop part of it, you know what I'm saying? They had songs that everybody wanted to love and feel good, so you had that atmosphere of people doing those things. Then they changed the outlet that they wanted this type of music because they were selling their crack and cocaine that they gave to us and brought to us as black people. You feel me? They brought it because we ain't made that shit. You know what I mean? We got it and found a way to hustle because of the condition that they put us in. So we found another way to make the money. So that's how we got it, but we didn't create the shit. You feel me? But they want to make us believe that we run something and we created and we got it and we got that good. No, we don't. It has killed and it hurt us in a society of people. It hurt us. So they used the music through those outlets to make you think that it was cool and the trend to go and pop tamales, smoke this weed, get this best bro, get all this. When they put all of these chemicals on this natural herb called weed that is really effing up your brain that it will never come back to its original state of mind. So you got so many crazy folks out here. You know what I mean? Plus, besides the drugs and I guess is what they call it, the opioid crisis or something they kind of call it now. But
opioid crisis.
They're going to change the drug. Yes, they're going to change the drug and they're going to keep it going because it's systematic. We're in a systematic system. If you don't wake up, you're going to be caught in it, and they're going to drive you straight to your death very early because that's why you're dying on your own or you're killing yourself. You're killing each other by killing yourself. You know what I mean? Because the drugs you're taking is killing your mind. It's making you want to kill the next person because you didn't like what somebody said, your girlfriend cheated on you, or I thought she cheated on me, or he, and so I just got to kill this person. Everybody is so angry. If you look at the world today, the world is so angry because they create music to make you angry and make you just want to take drugs because that's what my favorite rapper or my favorite singer is talking about. Because nowadays, even the goddamn R&B having songs about that. You know what I mean? Back in the days, R&B songs were love songs, pretty much. All of them.
You got R&B singers talking about the trap.
Not R&B, yes.
You got the R&B songs talking about trapping.
Come on now. Come on. So
how you gonna harmonize about flipping chicken?
And we got songs out here now that's talking about what he said. I don't love her. So now it's going against. First it was love her and be with her, and the society was doing it. But then they didn't want us to love each other no more. They wanted us to kill each other because we make their job easier. You know what I mean? So now they ain't got to do it. Y'all will kill each other. That's what they say. And guess what we do? Because we go out there and they go find some young ignorant person. And when I say ignorant, meaning that they don't know any better. You feel me? person to raise up financially, knowing they have no financial literacy, no, they don't have any of that. So when they blow up with all these people giving them this type of attention and knowledge when they used to be depressed and lonely and suicidal, now I got the fame, now I got this little bit of money compared to the money that they made off of you, because just because you got a couple million, but they done made $1 billion off of you, doesn't mean you didn't even get your due yet, and still, you feel me? You still ain't making no money for what you worth, because they still making more.
It's like Master P said, that's only 10%. I don't get the money off the motherfucking rent. That's
Come
real
on
talk.
I mean, these are facts. You know what I mean? And this is another way they making everything digital once again, so they can control everything. Because ain't no way in hell if I got over 1 million spins that I'm supposed to be getting a $2,500 check. When I say spins, I'm talking about streams. I mean online. You know what I mean? You get 1 million streams, you'll get at the most around $2,500, and you can ask Pharrell about this. You can go Google that because he talked about this. But that means if they paid a 0.02 or 3 cents for that stream, but it's your music. And why are you paying me 0.0? You're not even making 1 cent off of that stream. You see what I'm saying? Come on. So that's what I'm glad you brought up.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up about the streaming, because I've done many shows talking about the effects that it was going to have within the industry in a couple years to come. Because what they're trying to do, they're trying to model society into a subscription-based world where you basically got to rent everything. And they basically control everything that you watch.
They're going to control it.
If you have any music, like let's say, I'm a fan of Ice Cube. I want to hear Death Certificate. They're going to take that. If they don't want you to hear Death Certificate, they can go ahead and just erase it, just based off anti-Semitic language and white offensive language. Versus you purchasing it. When you purchasing it, you own it. You can play it whatever you want, duplicate it how you want. But now the industry finding ways to cut their way back into the pie, and that's what that's what subscribing is doing.
And still control it. Yes. And still control it.
Well,
but this is our music that we should still control. You know what I mean? So down south, we haven't lost the fact that we still have come out of the trunk with it. We still will set up our own shows. That's what I love about SPC. SPC shows is fan-oriented based. It's not, the general public can come, but we guarantee you an SPC show, you're going to have SPC fans there. You know what I mean? And they're going to purchase all merch and products, and they want it from you. You know what I mean? They want it from that artist, than just generally just buying some stuff online from the people that's just selling some stuff. But, I love that we created that personal niche with that fan base, and K Rino has even taken it farther by he's doing shows in Italy and Spain and Finland and different places. You know what I mean? And packed out like Toyota Center type places. You know what I mean? So big shout out to K Rino, because that's a living legend here. But because he won't confine to their line and walk their line and give over all of his rights and all of his stuff, he's doing it all without radio play. Because remember at one point it was like you got to get radio play. But it depends on what avenue you want to take. Because then again, it's not all about radio. We have so many other radios, like off the cuff radio, online. It's digital. It's streaming. We got.
Thanks for the plug.
You're in North Carolina right now, but you feel me? I ain't gotta go fly to do the interview. Yeah, we on right now. They listening. They tuning in for the followers who want to hear good music. If I love a certain artist's music, I'm gonna follow you. I mean, whatever you're doing, I want to hear your story. I want to hear your music. I'm gonna buy you when you put the link up, and that's what we're creating. And that's what I'm creating as an artist, as Cliche, as Miss Houston. I'm not concerned about the differences about this whole new genre of music, because I feel like it's just its own genre. We ain't got to fight about it. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. It's just like R&B and country. They both are singing. They're both the same thing. It's singing. It's a song. But guess what? It's one type of song. So that's what I feel about this new mumble rap and original hip-hop. It's just another genre. But the problem is disrespect, because hip hop is not accepting. This is another genre that's stepping into our bread and into our market like that. It's your own genre. They created. I just looked online. I clicked on something and it had a genre for screwed up music, screwed and chopped music. You feel me? That was originated by my brother DJ Screw. So they made a whole nother genre because guess what? There's some people that love screw and there's some people that don't like slowed up music. So they didn't fight about it being a part of hip hop. They just made it another. It's another genre that you can actually click on the button. For those who love it, they're going to click on that. For those who just want hip-hop, you're going to get hip-hop. So, personally, they haven't done it yet, and I was like, man, I need to start a petition or some shit about it so everybody can stop fighting about hip-hop. You feel me? Because
I think that's what needs to be done. And not to mention, too, see, when you have the genres divided like that, I think the main problem that we have, it ain't the genres, no, it's the labels that try to pigeonhole certain artists to sound like those people. That's where the division comes because there's no K Rino ain't the type of guy that's gonna sit there and you ain't gonna tell him to make a little pump or a little 6ix9ine type record. That's not gonna fly.
Right. Right.
He's that headstrong.
Right.
So that's where the division becomes, and that's where the frustration
right
comes.
Here, though,
go ahead.
What is considered? Hold on. So what is considered a 6x9 record? That's what I'm saying. Is it something that the people in hip hop don't consider hip hop, or is it something that needs its own genre? What is it?
Now, me personally, I consider it all hip hop. It's just that my problem is with the labels. Whatever sound is hot at the moment, they try to pigeonhole every other artist to sound like that to sell.
I feel like it was hip hop influence, me personally. If we wouldn't just dissect it, I feel like it's hip hop influence. But obviously, the whole hip hop originated is even. We welcome. Don't get me wrong. We welcome the new school. Everything gets expanded up into something else as time passes. But let me tell you. How many years has hip-hop been around now? We never had this
I say it's been about 40.
hip-hop. Or so.
I say it's been about 40 years, 40-something years.
Just say at the minimum, 40 years. When have we ever had this fight about hip-hop? When they added disco, they let disco be disco, but they was merging from the hip hop into saying what they saying and how they was dancing and doing stuff. When the hip hop switched from being lyrical into some type of dance song, it wasn't a fight about the genre. I just feel like it turned into something else because we're in a new era of time with, just the internet, the kids' style, their fashion, what they seeing, what they doing. It's totally, when I say it's strange to hip-hop. You know what I mean? We see what you're trying to do, but you taking things that were influenced from hip-hop and other genres. I feel like you creating your own sound, so it needs its own genre. That way you let them keep their own genre, and then let hip-hop have their own. I feel like that'll just set everybody up, just personally. I just feel like it'll just start a problem because I feel like art is art. So I'm an artist. So being creative, it doesn't matter if it's a song that we like or don't like. You know what I mean? But it's not just a song. It's a whole fucking generation of that music. You know what I mean? So,
not to mention the fact that these kids have found a way to make so much money off of it versus how the guys were back in the day getting it. So they found a lane. I'm not knocking that at all. If anything, they're finding ways to cut that middleman. Go ahead.
Hold on. Do we really want to say that they found a lane? Society is different right now. You know what I mean? And technology is more advanced. I ain't going to say they found. They just grew up in a time that the world is more advanced right now. So their way would be different. We understand that. So it's definitely a different time. It's definitely a new era. But it doesn't mean just because it's a new era that hip-hop, I don't even want to call it an old era. I'm going to say the original era is not on the back burner just because this is a new era. Because we got some people that don't want to hear that, And when I say that, everybody is jumping around so goddamn much. Don't get me wrong, I love a lot of the new music and the artists being creative. You're still an artist to me. You feel me? But it's a lot I don't, because all this generation is talking about most of the time is killing, effing, disrespecting the female, and the drugs that they doing. I don't live that life, so I can't listen to it. You feel me? I don't want to listen to it because I don't do that. So when I was younger, if I did, don't get me wrong, we all created songs, you know what I mean, and listened to songs back when we was young doing the adolescent things we did. When I was adolescent, I thought adolescent. When I was an adolescent, I did adolescent things. But now that I am grown, you feel me? I put childish things away. So, but hip-hop still lives on. I don't rap like I'm 17 because I ain't 17 no more. But I can still go harder than the 17-year-old that's rapping. You know what I mean? As far as skills in the art of rap, if we want to put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. That's
as far as the differences, I don't think it's nothing to be offended by when I say have their own genre. I feel like that's something they should be congratulating to do and accept. And that way you got people that want it, they're going to go to that. And that's why when people want hip-hop, what it is, and the reason why these people that started it, created it, and they want hip-hop, they can go to hip-hop and get that. That's just like if I want to listen to R&B, don't play me no country songs. Not that country songs aren't good, but I don't want to listen to country songs. I want to hear R&B. You feel rhythm and blues.
Yeah. It's like going to a restaurant. Like, with all due respect, I don't want chicken. I want pizza. You know what I mean? I want me a dinner. I don't want.
Yeah. Don't give me no pork. I don't eat pork. I want beef.
You know.
I'm just saying. You feel me? Okay. So we can move on to the next question, though.
Yeah, definitely. Now, y'all had the 30th anniversary of the SPC show this past summer, correct?
You say this past summer? No, that wasn't this summer. That had to have been, if it wasn't 2 years ago, it might have been 2 years ago. Maybe,
what was that experience like, man? I could tell y'all had a ball.
No, it was super awesome. Let me tell you something. Even though I'm a part of SPC and I'm a music artist, I love going to a South Park Coalition concert. I'm not going to call it a show because that's not what it is. It is a whole experience when you go there. The energy that SPC have, the respect, the loyal fan base, and the generosity of the fans to the artists, and the respect for the artists to the fans is there. And they give you a live experience of real hip-hop on stage. You know, we practice the original craft of actually going live. When I say go live, mean like K Rino always talks about, don't get up there rapping and with a vanilla styling. Don't get up there with your vocals and your whole track. You got the whole track playing and you just rapping over your vocals. You're cheating your fans. Your fans want to see you live. They want to hear the song kind of twisted up a little bit because they want to hear you live rapping it. You know what I mean? It's like that one take J. You know what I'm saying? What you got? A lot of rappers, females and males, can't do that. But I personally used to love doing it because when I go live, it's different how I recorded it in the studio. So I bring a different energy to my crowd when I'm performing. But the fan want to hear that live effect, what you did to the track a little different, on a different beat, or just kind of switch it up and give them a show. Don't just play me the song that I jam in my car every day with the vocals on it, and then I'm watching you with a microphone just rap it. You cheating your fans like that. So real artistry comes in SPC shows, and that's what you got. You got a multitude of artists that are SPC that give you a live show. I remember Klondike Cat used to be on stage. Everybody knows Klondike Cat for working out and building up muscle, and he will be on stage flowing 1,000 miles per hour and singing the hook live, and then drop down and give you 300 push-ups in your face. So, I mean, really breaking the sweat, and the people is enthused by, oh my God, he just killed it. You feel me? Then you got this bad shit coming out. She ain't naked. She ain't showing no skin because she ain't trying to sell you off of her sex. You feel me? Her sex appeal.
Yep.
She's selling her skills to you. Here come cliche. She got something to say in her rhyme. What she's saying is so dominant, she don't sound like no little bitty rapper on the mic. When I ride, when I say I got my ride. Nah, we ain't finna play. I got a strong female in front of me, bossing up like, damn, I want to be that superhero. You feel me? So that other chick, they done seen all the hard men coming out. They was live, and then you get a female that can do the same thing. The men are even concerned about looking at her ASS. You know what I mean? The crowd ain't concerned about her titties. They ain't concerned about what she said she can suck and do. Because that ain't what we talking about. They looking at a strong woman in front of them as a woman, not looking like no man. Because I ain't got to be no boy to be as hard as I am. You feel me? When I'm talking about skills, that's why I'm saying it like that. To be as hard as I am, I ain't got to be no dude. You know what I mean? You get a real woman that's cute in the face, small in the waist, and giving you some cold-ass lyrics. Giving you a cold-ass flow. Live, on the mic, and singing. Just as live, because most of these females out here, they may sound good in the studio, but when you that's what I'm going to say, get on that mic, and you start singing,
that's the
and
truth
you don't
right
sound
there.
like you did. You ain't sound like you did on that tape you gave me. I ain't going to like to listen to you no more.
Yeah, that's the truth right there. When you on live, when you on live, that's where that's what the moment of you being a true artist is in motion.
To being the truth.
Because I've seen so many people that sound like $1 million in the studio, but when they get on stage, they ain't nothing but $1.
You like, yo, bro, who is this? Oh my God. So look, that's like you okay, just once again what I'm talking about, this new school, they grew up in this digital world. We didn't grow up in the digital world. We grew up with live music, which I wish I had me a live band on a regular basis. But back in the days, it was straight real instruments. Even the tracks that people do, they produce them on this one little board. But back in the game, it was a saxophone. It was a trumpet. It was some drums in there, some real instruments to play. These people created, that's why their music is timeless, that when they created back in their time, that these kids in this day is copying their music to do today. But I ain't hearing no music that they doing a decade ago that they revamping like they do the old school. They still going back, way back, 40 years or so, grabbing songs and beats and rhythms and melodies from these artists that created from scratch, that recorded their recordings, meaning when they recorded live, when they went and did a show live, that was their record. You know what I'm saying? That's different. A lot of artists wouldn't sound that good today. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Aretha Franklin.
Because
she was in that time.
Everything is taught to them.
Yeah, and it's digitalized. I can go in and just make it sound like this. I can put a filter on it, just like that picture. You don't look like that. And they don't realize that it's psychologically messing the mindset up, because you're basically saying there's some things that I don't like about myself, and I like when I look like this, but I don't like when I look like myself. When you want to play with all those filters all the time to change the structure of your face and your cheekbones and your eyes and your eye pupils and all that stuff on Instagram. You know, we're looking at it like it's a game and things, and you know, we having fun with it. That's what you're doing for it, but the government knows what they're doing with it. They want people to be self-conscious and, you know, have low self-esteem, depressed, so they can sell you them prescriptions, depression drugs, and have you in a hospital and mentally messed up. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. It's a market for that.
It all ties in together, though.
There's a market for that now.
Yeah, but we think it's just to blow up and be famous. Because nowadays, everybody is fucking famous, but everybody is broke. But I'm just going to look like I got a lot of money. They don't even care about getting the real money. They just want to look famous.
We got Cliche on the phone. Call number is 1-619-924-0703. If you want to give a shout out, send them donations up.
Already, man. Y'all send some donations because we need to keep radio stations like Off the Cuff Radio live. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Also, I want to talk about some of the new projects and things that I have going on. I've been in the industry over 25 years, just in case a lot of people don't know. My first release was back in 1998. Like we stated, this is my 20th year anniversary to my first debut album. I started in the music
celebration.
Industry when I was 13. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honor. You really made me look at my timeline. And I was like, oh, my God, I got to put my history down. I got to write my timeline of events that milestones that have been in my life from projects after projects. I got over 16 albums and mixtapes collectively out. You know what I'm saying? So you can also get them, y'all. I do have a website. I'm still building on it and adding things continuously. But it's ilovemisshouston.net. You can buy my latest mixtape off of there. You can get my new single Win that Off the Cuff Radio was spinning when they first came on. It's featuring C-Note and ESG on there, SUC members. That Win single was produced by the platinum producer from Wanna Be a Baller. Wanna Be a Baller. Jack Caller. He produced this track for me. Yeah, so now I'm gonna win. Yeah. Y'all gotta jam your girl right there. So yeah, I don't care. Yeah, so
that record there is fly.
Yeah, thank you so much. And a lot of people don't know the history behind that song, but that song is like 2 decades old. Timeless music. It was just time to come out. You know what I mean? Again. So I went back, I added one extra verse to it that was new, but even the vocals is something that I did 20 years ago just to let some people know. But I never released it.
Wow.
But it
sounds even fresh today.
And thank you. What I did was revamped it and added some features like ESG. Actually, the hook in the first verse, I've been done, and because I had done it for Graham for his production album that he did years ago, and I still had it, and it was playing in the car with me and DJ Tricky C, and he was like, man, what is that? Like that, because I had my Bluetooth on my iTunes on my iPhone, and it just popped up, the verse and the hook. That was it. And he was like, man, that's jamming today. And I was like, man, for real? I was like, man, I might need to put that on my Miss Houston album because I always loved this song, but I never had it to put it out. So I said, let me call Graham and see if he still have this session. And I called him, and I was still talking like, man, this song about 19 years old. That's what I was telling Craig. And then he was like, no, Clay, you tripping. He was like, it's about 19 years old, almost 20 years old. And I'm like, wait a minute. Then I started adding the time back because I had featured it on my DVD back in 2009. And this is already 2018, but I had the song before that when I put it on the DVD, like years before that. So I'm like, I think you're probably right, Graham. So this song got revamped and brought back to life because a lot of people fail to realize that good music is timeless. You feel me? That's why we still jam Michael Jackson and those songs that Aretha Franklin them and Patti LaBelle. Even the new generation can still listen to that music and love it. And the new artists want to remake those songs. Good music is timeless. So I'm blessed to have this one. It's a real good jam, got good energy. I added a second verse to it that I recorded and wrote this year, though. And then I put ESG on it. Then I was like, man, I just kept hearing C-Note on there. And I was like, I'm going to take Miss Houston a little further. Let me dig a little deeper in the SUC pot. And I hit up my boy C-Note, whom I started in the game with, to say they were the first group here in Houston that invited Cliche on their music, on their CD. You know what I mean? And all I had was this one little part was, baby, we stand that Dirty Red from Botany Boys was like, Cleo, I need you to say this part. And I didn't even have a rap song ever recorded yet. And I say that little part, and it made me famous because they supported me so much. When that part came and we was at the clubs, like, Cliche, there she go. Baby, we stand. And they just made that my name. They made that my name. Like, every time they see me, hey, baby, we stand. Like, they made that little part just it gave me a name, a status, a position in the South, and I appreciate D-Red and C-Note and Willing, for that, and they always show me love and still show me love to this day. So I was glad to get C-Note an original H-Town voice, man, on that album as well. And at ESG, we never did a song before, and we SEC affiliated as well, so we made this one of our first songs that we ever recorded together. And he had a new single I called Southside Still Holding, which I'm not featured on, And I was wondering why I was not featured on that song because I was on the original screw tape of Southside Still Holding. He grabbed a little flip because the flip was on the original screw tape, Southside Still Holding. But they didn't call Cliche, and I wondered about that. I ain't mad at my brother, but I was like, come on now, really? It's like, how can you do Southside Still Holding and not have Cliche? I'm the hook and the first voice you hear on the original screw tape. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's
just how the business be sometimes, but it is what it is.
Right, exactly. It's the game. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a lot of things that happen that we don't like in this industry. So if there's any new artists that's listening in or whatever, or any fans of mine that's wondering, like, why Cliche wasn't on this or wasn't on that, you know, people make choices, and they have their reasons. So I think that, and I know a lot of times that I was excluded in a lot of stuff because people were intimidated by my approach. You know what I mean? You being a strong woman and then you're a woman, you're going to take the attention off of me. You know what I mean? So a lot of dudes wouldn't mess with me like that. You know what I mean? But then a lot of them did and seen that it was a benefit, you know. So I did a lot of music with Zero, you know. Years passed. I did some stuff with A-Ball and MJG that I love. That's like, I got to say, one of the only people that I connected with, like a label that I just absolutely loved working with A-Ball and MJG as far as even on their label as an artist, A-Ways Entertainment. But they ended up, J-Core went back and forth with Interscope, and A-Ball them had to find themselves another home, and that's when they got with P. Diddy. So they couldn't really focus on their label, A-Ways Entertainment. So that's what kind of split up, you know, us from doing what we were doing when I was over there with A-Ball at the time. So, I mean, I had a long journey in this music industry, being in it over 25 years. I got a story to tell myself. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of crazy things that happened, but there were a lot of good things that happened that I can look back on today, you know? Like 20 years.
And people, 20 summers.
What that's current today? What female today out of H-Town, I can't speak for no other state because I don't know them like that, but in H-Town, what female today can say that are still dropping albums today, currently, that they have an album that is on a 20-year anniversary? I don't know one. So I'm the first. So I'm telling everybody right now, hit your Googles and help me out. I mean, let us know. Is there a lady in the H-Town that dropped the album back then when Cliche was dropping, and we could put her on the show, 20th anniversary? So far, I don't see none. No disrespect. No. I don't want you to put it out there like that, because that's not what I'm saying. I didn't say a female that dropped the album 20 years ago. It probably was. I said that it's still current today, still dropping albums, but also have an album 20 years ago. You feel me? That's still relevant and still current, still working today. I don't know one. Now, there were some women that came in the game before Cliche. I don't know if they dropped the album, but they had a single that was rappers that people know of, like Moni Love and Choice during that time. You know what I mean? I don't know them personally, but these are women that came in the Houston game a little bit before me that was female rappers, because it was all in that Rap-A-Lot era. You know what I mean? But as far as, I don't even know if they had a full album out, but I know they had songs and people knew who they were as rappers. But currently, since I've dropped my first album, I have currently kept the game busy with music. You know what I mean? To this day.
And that's hard to do.
In 2019 with Miss Houston, and independently doing it, even after I went through my learning processes of the joint ventures and working with different labels and artists, that I've been doing it myself for just as long as I've been in the game myself, independently. I've never been signed to a label ever in my life.
Have they ever given you any offers?
Cliche. Yeah, I had plenty of offers. You know what I mean? I had plenty of independent offers, and I had plenty of major offers in the process. I've sat in the offices with Sony. I've sat in offices with Universal people. I've sat in the office with multiple of attaching labels. I had groups with other females that were very known in the industry, such as Soleil, Genuine's ex-wife. Remember the song she had? I don't care if it's 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8. She did that song with the girl with Candy from Escape. Oh, we had a group called it was called the Bitch Brigade, but the Brigade, and it was me, Soleil, Miss Toy from the Ice Cube single You Can Do It, and my girl from New York, Bobby Barcelona. We had 4 females from 4 different regions, from every region in the United States. You feel me? From the South, from the Midwest, from the East Coast, and from the West, right? We did Live from L.A. We did, you remember the show, Live from L.A. on BET and all of that? We did performances as the Brigade off of Soleil's rising of her single after she did the hit song with JC Money, Who That, you know, so she was getting a lot of pub, and then she was dropping her single, so we flowed the group through her channel since she was popping at that time. We rocked shows in Hawaii. We had, our DJ was the legendary EPMD DJ Scratch. That's my boy. You know what I mean? Come on. So that's some hip-hop history. No, real hip-hop history. And I mean, I could hit him up today, and it's love. You know what I'm saying? He's been on the road with us. We've been in Hawaii, all of us together, and actually working and, like, killing shows. You know, of all cultural groups and races of people, all kinds around the world. So after that, we were structuring another female group when that was falling apart. Since Soleil went on her mission with Genuine, then me and Miss Toy, and then Emil. A lot of people don't know this. Emil, go wash your hands, don't touch nothing, baby. Emil from Jay-Z. Can I get a what, niggas? You know what I mean? So me as Cliche from the South, I'm connecting with other strong females that hit hard in the industry too. You feel me? And we're trying to create a platform for females again so we can get on the rise and be heard, because we're no females out here hitting like that. And we were calling our group at that time CAT, C-A-T. That was Cliche, Emil, and Toy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't know that these things. Yeah, nobody thought this happened, but what happened was we had money on the table for us to come out and do shows out in Atlanta with some other connections. We all had connections from different regions. You feel me? Emil from the East Coast, I'm from the South, Toy was from the West. You know what I'm saying? But then life took over. She had kids. She wasn't able to make certain shows. We weren't able to get the recordings together like we was planning to do. Now, we as a brigade, we recorded a few songs in L.A., but us as CAT, we never had recorded anything. We were in the beginning process of putting that together. So, you know, I got major love for, like, all the female artists that put it down. What happens was they came up with dudes, with niggas in the game. So what happens is when a female comes up with a nigga in the game, when a nigga want to drop you off, just like if he dating and fucking with you, you feel me, you're done. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come up in the game off no dude. I didn't come up off no Zero. You feel me? I was dropping my solo album when Zero was recording here. You feel me? I was a female independently putting out albums before that was a Trae. Before that was a Gorilla Moore. You know what I'm saying? I was independently dropping albums before all of that. Because a lot of people want to connect me with when they first probably heard me, because if they was a Zero fan, then they heard Cliche probably for the first time because they liked and listened to Zero or Gorilla Mob, and then that's where they were seeing Cliche. But they know I had dropped my own solo albums before them. You know what I'm saying? But there were a lot of people that knew, because I kind of went national and I hit the Midwest a lot harder when I first had my budget with my first album. So I kind of went out in another place because it was so hard to get things to work in the South. You know what I mean? On the national level. So we went with some kind of plan. I had a manager and all that. So everybody played a role into that, you know. And when I recorded my first album, Clasyfyd Lady, a lot of people don't know that the hit song that DJ Screw chose to pull and put onto his Screw tape, Can't Nobody show more love than a Southside dude you can deny. Yeah. No, you remember that? That's a classic song.
We played that on the first show. We played that on the first time you was on there with us. That record was so wavy.
On my Clasyfyd Lady album, that was one of my second single, because Bye Boogie was my first single. My second single was Can't Nobody. And DJ Screw took that song and put it on a Screw tape that's called 3 Years Later. So if you go get a Screw tape, go get 3 Years Later, you're going to hear Clasyfyd Lady.
Screw took that song, and when Screw put it on the Screw tape, of course it elevated my album. You know, and Cliche. Now everybody knows who Cliche is because she's on a Screw tape. That was before I actually did a real freestyle with Screw. That he took my music and put it out there to his masses of fans and listeners. You know what I mean? So now what happened is a lot of people don't know that the Clasyfyd Lady album, but the Can't Nobody song originally was going to feature Fat Pat on there. And a lot of people don't even know that I never met Fat Pat personally myself, even though we were in the same era. I think we were around each other, but I never had a sit down with him. But the people that was putting the money up and investing into my first project, they knew him and was real good friends with him, and he was going to feature on K Nobody. So we set up the studio time, but the same day that he was supposed to come to the studio was the same day that he got killed.
Mm.
So he never made it to that studio session. You know what I'm saying? So a week or I say maybe 2 weeks later, the investor, the executive producer at the time, he came in and he was like, we got somebody else that's going to feature in this spot where Fat Pat was supposed to be. This is his brother. His name is Hawk. I was introduced to Hawk through them. Hawk came in the studio. Hawk laid his verse. It was full of energy. It was live. We had fun with it. And to say that before, I think this was even before Hawk ever had a solo album that he featured on my album. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hawk had DEA, and he was on Screw tapes, but never had a solo album. So Hawk was featured on a Cliche solo album before he even had a solo album. That's how deep Cliche is in the game. You feel me?
Yeah.
So Hawk was on the road with me. And Hawk was doing a lot of shows with Cliche, and I got some pictures, and I'm gonna post them on my throwback. I gotta do that. I haven't been going deep in my history and posting up nothing, but Hawk was doing shows with me, and I'm thankful for that because he showed me major love. You know, of course, because of the connection of the people that was with us, but he was there. He performed that song with me wherever I did shows, and the shows were packed. You know what I mean? But Hawk wasn't. He was known for the Screw tapes, but Hawk didn't have a solo out during that time. So a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
20-year anniversary, Clasyfyd Lady, the album is still a classic today because, like I said, good music lasts a lifetime. I still listen to my first album today. And all my fans that ever got my first album, they still listen to it today. They got my album online for sale for thousands of dollars, the original, for the Clasyfyd Lady.
Oh, man.
To get that original cassette, the original CD, they selling online. One of the dudes in the stores, he had it in his store because that was the only copy that he had for like $500. I was out in Austin, and he had it up there $500. Wow. So, and then when I see it online for $5,000, I'm like, what? You feel me? To myself for my first album. But that's the value of people that's knowing what is classic. That's considered classic. That's considered OG.
Man, that's...
So I think a lot of people get it. Go ahead.
Man, I was just going to say that's rent prices right there. But shoot, I'm trying to get
exactly. But that's to say that you even think enough of Cliche as classic like that to put that type of number in value on you. You know what I mean? On a record that a normal average record is $10. You know what I mean? But you can put on my classic, this for $5,000, this for $500, because this how, this that classic. I'm keeping that. And trust me, I got big plans. When God bless me the way that I know he gonna bless me all the way, musically, what did he do for my fans that do have my original? You feel me? I got something for them. I've always said that.
See what it's. I'm about to tell my audience this. This goes to show you put that consistent work in, you grind, you network, and you also develop that take no prisoners attitude. You'll excel in this game, just like how Cliche is doing, and this is how what she's telling her testimony today. It's not an easy road, but you stay true to yourself, the blessings will come.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And another thing, musically, when people start doing it for the money, you lose the love. You know what I mean? So like my motto always been, I don't do music, you know, I do music because I love to do music. I don't do music to make money. I make the money to handle the business. You feel me? It's two different things. You know what I mean? Business and the music. It don't cost me nothing to do music. But if we're doing business, you're going to pay me. So if it's something that I'm doing with my music that is business, expect to pay me. But if you ask me to do a song, it costs me nothing to do a song. Not $1. I'm going to sing all day long. I can rap and write a song all day long, but if you want to take my song and do business and go sell it and make some money off of it, we finna break bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't trying to have your record out there being played in Leo DiCaprio's movie, and you ain't getting a dime. Nah, they gonna cut the check, son.
That's a business then. That's doing business. So don't get it misconstrued, and trust me, I do a lot of music for a lot of people on love. And it's because if I can help build somebody, if you're talking about something that's something I need to be a part of, or if I can help this person and encourage this up-and-coming artist because I like what you're doing, you sound great, let me put my stamp on it because you asking me, I'm going to give that to you because I see you working. But if y'all don't see you working and you just asking or you feel like I'm supposed to give it to you, I ain't giving you nothing. You feel me? But if you offering me to say I don't have much, how much you gonna charge me for this? $0. You know what I mean? Because it don't cost me to do that if I'm doing something to help somebody that I can see can add some good into this world.
That's some facts right there. And I want to ask you too. You have that real magnetic energy about yourself. You have that real in your face, take no prisoners persona, but at the same time, very real with it. Like, what made you develop that? Did you develop that within get into the game, or that's just a part of how you work?
That's just how I am. You know, I had a very strong, dominant mother. I have, thank God. I have a very strong mindset of dominancy with my mom. Like, so I grew up with, like, being independent and just running stuff. Because that's how she was, that's all I seen, that's all I know, especially with the mouthpiece. My mama had to kill a mouthpiece. You feel me? So that's probably where I gained my skills from. Because she used to cuss her butt out. You know what I'm saying? And talk a lot of noise. So that's all I knew. You know, everything, the fighting, I could back it up too. That came from my mama. You know what I'm saying? I think I stopped fighting before my mama did. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a kid. But just real talk. So I think that more so just came from my mama always took care of us. Always took care of business as a single mother. And even when she remarried, you know, to my younger brother, which is 12 years younger than me, my youngest brother is 12 years. We all 6 years apart. To his father, she taking care of us by herself all that time. And then when she got in that marriage, she took care of us plus her husband and his kids. You know, at that time, even though she had a husband, but she still took care of everything. So that's all I known and that's all I seen. So I've always been independent and used to controlling and running everything. So when I say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it how I'm going to do it. You ain't finna tell me nothing. You ain't finna control my thoughts. You ain't finna control because that's how my mama thinks, to be honest. And I just grew up under that.
There you go.
You know, I had to, but look, I had to learn how to control that, though. You know, my mama ain't had no control with that. I had to learn how, like, okay, I can't beat up everybody. I used to feel like I had to beat up everybody. Everybody should get beat up today.
Yeah, Bubba. Yo, mama cliche, no joke, man.
Yeah, but I learned to channel, you know, to put the energy in the right places now. You know what I mean?
Right. And, you know,
so much wiser, so much smarter, so much stronger.
And a few more questions before we wrap this thing up. Now, what's the name of this project that you dropped, this new album?
Okay, the new album is called Miss Houston. And like I tell everybody, before you start calling yourself some stuff, you better make sure that that's what you can call yourself. I say, so I didn't jump up and just say Miss Houston just because I just want to claim a title. I analyzed myself first and say, can I call myself Miss Houston? Can I really take that and put that on my shoulders? Can I really do that? Do I got the credentials? Do I got the background? Do I got the what have I given to my city? What have I put on my? Can I wear that? And I said I could. I think I got enough credentials to say that. So if anybody has something else to say, I got some credentials that can back it up. You feel me? Any new school, any old school. You feel me? So I named the album Miss Houston, but of course everybody, my fan base and my supporters took that. And you are Miss Houston. You know what I mean? So that's the album title, and that's what, everybody started renaming me because they was like, well, hell, that's a whole lot easier to spell than Cliche. Because how I chose to spell my name. CL apostrophe, capital CHE apostrophe, because it's really Clasyfyd Lady, the CL, Shay, CHE with apostrophe. And if you don't put the apostrophe, that makes my name Clasyfyd and not Cliche. You know what I mean? It makes it E or A when you add the apostrophe. So I did mess myself up with that because when I have to do my publishing, my name is spelled a million different ways. So I was like, oh my God, why I do this to myself? So
yes, indeed. So that album's gonna be in streaming sites all over. And there's gonna be any hard copies for it?
Yes, it will be. It will be both. It will be. I'm from the street, so I still got my street fan base, and every time I'm at a show, I'm gonna have some hard copy products. So you'll be able to buy it from my website. You'll be able to buy it all on the digital streams, just like you see my new single. The new single "Win" is from the Miss Houston album. That's to promote the Miss Houston album. I'm looking to drop the second quarter of 2019. So I don't know what month yet, but it will be in the second quarter. Maybe around my birthday time, maybe in May. I was thinking like April or May. So that's what I'm shooting for. People don't forget that I am proclamated for July 2nd. July 2nd is really Cliche Day officially in Houston, Texas. So you can pull that up. Cliche Day is July 2nd. I am officially proclamated by the mayor here in Houston. For my community work and the services that I've done, thanks to my homegirl Royalty and Bugotti's wife, Leilani Monroe. And they had got that put in place for me. They wanted to do something good for me, and we have that on film. Oh my God, I cried. Just to say that my rival, my enemy, that was a female rapper here in Houston, Royalty, wanted to do some good. We had reconciled, and she wanted to award me some kind of way. You know what I mean? Wait a minute, and she done that. So we wanted to show the power of forgiveness between me and her, to see that female rappers, even when they go through their differences, and I'm just to let y'all know, I had 3 physical fights with Royalty. 3. You feel me? Because that was my mentality, like I told y'all. Every time I'm not for the rap box, I'm going to beat you up when I see you. That was my mentality. You know what I mean? So when we reconciled, we wanted to show Houston and show our fans that women can come together and work even when they went through the worst. You know what I mean? That's a boss. So big shout out to Raw LT, you know what I mean, out there, and my girl Leilani. And there are females. Big shout out to the new school rapper out here. I've just connected with Shali, the superstar. She have a song about Sorrento out there. I'm looking at other females on their things, and I connect with them. I've always tried to keep my women close to me, to let you know. It ain't no hate, because the industry always set women up to hate each other when they rapping, to be against each other. We're not against each other. You know what I mean? Women, we get along and we can work together. Yeah, some women be on catty shit, but they ain't women. They still kids at that age when they still doing that. You know what I mean? No matter your age, if you still over petty shit and being petty like that, you ain't grown up yet. So real women know how to come together and work together. So, I have no problem with welcoming the next female artist in Houston that's trying to come up and put a stamp on it, help her, guide her, give her information to come up and do that. And it's a lot of female artists out here in Houston that could tell you that Cliche helped them. You know what I mean? But would they tell you? Probably later on in life when they grow up. Probably not right now. You know what I mean?
That's a real game for your ass right there. If y'all ever tuned in on this show, y'all definitely missed out. But anyway, me being the real individual I am, I'm going to have this show on replay be on YouTube. It's going to be on SoundCloud. It's going to be up for downloading purposes. Because Cliche just came through and dropped some $1 million game for y'all. And you're lucky we being nice enough to not charge y'all right now because we love the community.
That's right.
And before we wrap this thing up, I just want to ask a few questions. We're going to associate it with one-word answers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna name it, and you just give me one word associated to describe how you feel about it. I'm gonna go ahead and say SPC.
Okay, hold up. Your phone is breaking up.
Okay, I'm right here. SPC.
No, say what you were saying at first when you did the one word because I couldn't really hear you kind of going out.
Oh yeah, we have the one word association. Like let's say if I say SPC, you could name anything. It could be legendary, classic.
Gotcha. Right.
That's what I'm going to start doing from now on to bring the fun aspect in a little bit, because that's what a lot of journalists got to do. You got to have fun. It's a fucked up business, man. We got to have some fun sometime. You know what I mean?
I know that's right.
But we're going to start it here. SPC.
Original lyricist. Oh, you said one word. I gave you two. Original.
Hey, yeah, it's all good. Clasyfyd Lady.
First.
Texas.
Houston.
Donald Trump.
Shit.
Off the Cuff Radio.
Live.
There you go, right there. I can only think of 5 off the head right now. Next time I'm gonna think of 10.
That was funny though. When you threw the Donald Trump in, all I can say like, shit. Damn you.
That's the fake setup.
Yeah.
Nah, but sometimes you gotta break up the seriousness and we make fun in with the show. That's what draws us well, because we also consider it family.
Fix your phone. You're breaking up. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I'm in a
You're kind
different
of going
shot.
down.
You hear me now?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Good. We good now. Yeah, we just wanted to break it up, have a little fun here, because just like I said, this business is very stressful at times. And you got to have a little bit of fun. And plus, we treat you guys like family because you're looking out for us.
Mhm.
It's a family atmosphere. And if that Miss Houston album is coming out, y'all better go ahead and cop it.
Hard.
Y'all better not be doing no fake streaming, or we gonna send them boys out there for you. Watchdogs.
All I gotta say,
we ain't playing.
All I gotta say about Miss Houston, the album, man, is like, y'all, and not just for myself, but I'm making it like this. Man, I'm just telling y'all, I got some really good bangers, tracks, producers. All the producers are from Houston. This is a H-Town based sound album. You feel me? I want to bring y'all the original sound. That's why you got that song Win with C-Note. I wanted to keep that original H-Town. Houston, we had our own identity at one time. Not every rapper sounded the same. You feel me? We had our own sound. So that's what I'm bringing to you on Miss Houston. I know y'all going to love it. And I just say I got this song with Klondike Cat as well on there. Man, it's called South Park. I'm just going to put it out there. And, man, and I got these others. Man, I can't tell y'all because I'm really excited about the album. I'm still working on it. But it's really coming together great. And I got this song with I don't want to say all of Houston, but it's damn near all of Houston artists that you know, man. It's called Houston Alive, man. Real talk. Meaning that we living and we
that original slap music. It's that original slap music right there.
Straight up.
So that's right. So you better get them subwoofers in your car ready, because when Cliche album drop, you better download it and slap that motherfucker. heavy.
That's right. Show your girls some love, and don't forget my website is ilovemisshouston.net. That's mshouston.net.
Yes, indeed. We appreciate you joining
Instagram.
us. And Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
Instagram
MySpace, let them know.
Instagram is Cliche for Real, and that's CLCHE, the number 4, real. Don't add no I's. CLCHE, the number 4, real. And everything else is just Cliche, CL''CHE''.
That's what it do. Y'all just heard one of the best shows we've done. Miss Houston just came into the building. Laced y'all with some $1 million game on her history. What to look forward to.
Yes.
Get y'all
Thank you
y'all
so
some
much.
game. We will have this replay up. If y'all cop that album, don't fake stream it, or we coming after you. That's right. It's Halloween season, so you better be scared.
Look, check it out. In this digital land, things are encoded. So you can't fake stream it. It's going to be accounted for.
That's right. But yeah, though. But I want to send a shout out to my team, even though they couldn't make it, because you know this is an exclusive episode right here. Big shout out to Miss Chilla, Dominating Force, my man T Max with the facts, Illar the Sandman, April Holmes. We all gonna get it together eventually. But sometimes I had to go on a solo mission because Cliche is a busy lady. She making $1 million moves out there, and you gotta catch them when you catch them. So on that note, guys, be sure to cop that album. I'm gonna be doing another episode tomorrow featuring Red Janelli formerly from No Limit Records and the Gambino family. So that should be an interesting episode for y'all to check out. I'm gonna be going live tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, 9 Central. I got to get that specific time right because it gets when you're dealing with numbers,
your phone breaking up.
It gets tough. When it gets tough, is dealing with time zones because you have people calling in the wrong time of the day.
Right.
So I got to get that precise. So we definitely going live tomorrow night at Off the Cuff Radio. Red Janelli gonna be in the building, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, 9 Central. And big thank you to you, Cliche. We will be checking that album out.
So much, Eric. Thank you.
So on that note, we signing out of here. We love you. We love you for everything you've done, your contributions. And you're definitely welcome back when the album drops. I know it's going to be fire.
Yes, thank you so much. Shout out to DJ Tricky C. He's the DJ. I'm the Rapper is available now. That's the mixtape before the album. Y'all can buy it from my website, ilovemisshouston.net.
There you go. And on that note, I'm out of here. This is King Daffy Joe, a.k.a. King Eric the Great, alongside with Cliche, signing out of here. Peace out.
Peace.
The world will change. Drexel University is designed to change with it. Drexel's unique design combines academic rigor with a transformative cooperative education program, positioning students and faculty alongside the experts tackling today's most complex issues. By constantly learning and evolving as the world moves forward, Drexel produces visionary leaders equipped to anticipate and address the challenges of the future. This is experiential education. Learn more at drexel.edu/ambition can't wait.